Hi, welcome back to the second part of the greatest prog albums of all time, as voted for by you. So we've had a great rundown so far, 117 down to 54, I think it was. So before we start on the next rundown, I missed 3 albums off yesterday. I completely ballsed up, and they were all nominated by Illumi El Tanin. So, Illumi, I'm going to have to put these all in as joint number 53. That way they get captured in the list and they don't sort of upset things further up. But, they're all single nominations. No one else has voted for these anyway. So, first of all, we have The Moody Blues, Every Good Boy Deserves Favour. I don't know this. As you well know, I have not listened to any Moody Blues at all yet. So, apart from Knights in White Satin, that's the only thing I know by them. So, that's this is going to be one of the ones that's going to be part of the deep dive into them. We also have A Night at the Opera from Queen, their 4th album, which was the one which kind of launched them into the stratosphere with the inclusion of Bohemian Rhapsody, which has obviously become a absolute all-time classic piece of music. I've got lots and lots of Queen, and I'd probably be quite fun. I don't think I've got any on the channel at all. Be quite fun to do a deep dive into some of their stuff at some point, so I might well do that. And then the last nomination that I completely missed by mistake yesterday, I'm sorry, coming in also, joint number 53, Jean-Michel Jarre with Oxygen. And I can't argue with that. It's a great record. A really, really great electronic pioneer. So up there with Vangelis, I guess, and really should be. Well, he is held in high regard. Not he should be held in high regard. He is held in high regard, and I've seen him live a couple of times. Once quite recently. I say recently, it was before the pandemic, but certainly in the last sort of 5 years. But before that was at the end of the 1980s or beginning of the 90s, and it was one of those huge outdoor shows where he projected stuff onto buildings. It was in Docklands in London. It was an extraordinary experience. Right, so let's start the list proper. Number 52. This is Wobbler, From Silence to Somewhere. Nominated by Troublesome Corsair and Sound Chaser 83. I don't know this record. I'm not sure if I have it. I've got. I might have. I've got 2 or 3 Wobbler albums which I got in quite recently to do on the channel. So I'm excited to sort of delve into their music because I don't know it at all. 51. This is a long way down the list for another surprise entry. I'd have thought this would have been higher up because, like I was saying yesterday, some of these are. I understand are revered classics. So this is God Bluff from Van de Graaff Generator, and this came in at number 51. It's recommended by 2003 C. Payne and Mr. Kitewine. Thank you very much indeed. I don't know anything about Van de Graaff Generator, as I said yesterday, so that's going to be a new one to me. Number 50, UK by UK. Now, I do know UK by UK because I listened to it on the channel a couple of months ago. It's absolutely superb, isn't it? It's wonderful. And at the time, I remember a lot of people telling me it is truly the greatest prog album of all time. Now, where those lot of people have gone to, I don't know, because only 2 of you voted for it. And you were Mark M. and Dean Vombrag. So thank you very much to you guys. At least it got picked up somewhere on the list. 49. This is a long way down as well. I thought this would be much more loved than it is. And it is loved. Stephen Wilson, The Raven That Refused to Sing. One of my favourite records ever, this is. Who suggested this? This is Gianni and Paul Phillip. So, oh man, do I love this record. Yes, I do. It's absolutely awesome. 48, Riverside. What a band. Riverside. come from Poland. Amazing modern prog band. Wear their influences on the sleeve like you wouldn't believe. It's properly drenched in 1970s goodness. I mean, it's lovely. Absolutely brilliant stuff. This was recommended by Carnifax and Bill Knoll. So thank you very much indeed, you guys. That's got Riverside up and running. We now have our first inclusion in the list today for Pink Floyd. Wish You Were Here, coming in at number 47. And this is included because of Rodney Leith and Jack Valentino. Thank you very much indeed for your nomination. It's a bit of Wish You Were Here included, closely followed by Medal by Pink Floyd as well. And this was nominated by Richard M. and Rosanna Smith. I love Floyd. I really do. I said yesterday, there's not a lot that I would change about them as a band. Wish You Were Here, I think, is one of my favourite records of all time. Shining Crazy Diamond is, oh, man alive. I remember hearing that first when I was a youngish teenager, and it kind of just blew me away, and I could not believe music this majestic and magical was made. And it's something that stayed with me ever since. So we now go, that was 46, we now move to 45. Opeth, Ghost Reveries. An amazing band, as I spoke about yesterday. Ghost Reveries was nominated by Meow Meow and Kim 11192. Just in case the 11191 Kims before you had to get the last one in there. So, yeah, this is a really, really good record. Not for everybody, I get that. It's on the heavier side of prog metal. There's a lot of growling involved. This is back in the growly days. But if you can cope with it, get past that, the music is just sensational. And actually, you know, the vocal style works for this music. Number 44, Motorpsycho. I love Motorpsycho. I've listened to some of their stuff. I've actually listened to some of it on the channel. I have not listened to The Death Defying Unicorn, which was the record which is being nominated next. This is nominated by Murdoch Moriarty and Christian Casabir. So thank you guys. Thank you very much indeed. It's good to get a bit of the old Motorpsycho in here. I like them very much indeed. And you should too. Norwegian proggy goodness. Go with it. You'll enjoy it. Number 43, Mike Oldfield, Tubular Bells. I thought that might have been higher as well. So this was suggested by Dennis Pope and Murdoch Moriarty again. Thank you, guys. I cannot deny Tubular Bells is a phenomenal piece of work. It's really, really good. And it's forever enshrined in the soundtrack to The Exorcist, isn't it? It's kind of it's set in stone now. It will never go anywhere. The next nomination is also Mike Oldfield, number 42, Omadorn. And this is recommended by Illumi El Tanin. Thank you very much, Illumi. And Sound Chaser 83. So we get a couple of Mike Oldfields into the list. Number 41. Now, I made a mistake yesterday because I discussed this record when it shouldn't have been in the list. So I quickly skipped over it and said, we'll get to it tomorrow. We've got to it today. Here we are. So Marillion, Brave, coming in at number 41. 2 votes for this. And it is from Heavy Dog 70 and Christoph Zysek. Thank you so much. Really, really good. I've listened to this a little bit. I've not done a sort of a real deep listening to this record. I don't know it intimately yet, but it's up there, isn't it? Brilliant is a much loved band, and every time I do a Marillion video, it gets a lot of comments and a lot of love So I should listen to more. I should listen to more. Number 40, The Power and the Glory from Gentle Giant. So this was suggested by Nathaniel Cole and Gurgley's Technical Models. And we also have recommended at the same time number 39, Acquiring the Taste from Gentle Giant as well. And that was nominated by Bower Time and Troublesome Corsair again. So your votes are all in here. They're all getting counted. They're all counting towards something. So it's all good. It's all good. So we're getting there. We're getting there. So that's it. We're up to number 39. Right. Oh, little stretch. Oh. Work it up, Jim. Work it up. Here we go. Right. 38. It's exciting, isn't it? We're whittling down the list. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Pictures at an Exhibition. Oh, who thought this was going to be higher? I did. I thought this was going to be much higher. This was nominated by Bruce Brown and Warren Butson. So it's a fantastic record. It's Emerson, Lake and Palmer are absolutely one of the pillars, the cornerstones of the whole progressive music movement, as it were. And yes, there are a few bands which are very much there, sort of holding everything else up, and they're part of the scaffolding of prog, if you will. We then move to 37, Dream Theater, Images and Words. So this was nominated by Tronsky. No, sorry, not Tronsky, not Dronsky. Sorry, Tronsky. I did it again. Tronsky and Grendel Spurs. Images and Words. I've not listened to this, I don't think. Have I listened to this one? I don't know. I can't remember. I've done quite a bit of Dream Theater on the channel, and some of it off. I don't recall listening to this one, so it may be one that I've not listened to. But whatever, I don't think I've heard anything that Dream Theater has done so far that has not clicked with me. So I'm sure it will be a good one. I just need to listen to it, eh? Now, I think we then get to one of my personal favourites. Had this had my vote, and I'd been rigging this, I'd have put this a bit higher, but it's not. This is coming in solely based on the votes that people have cast. Empath from Devon Townsend. This was nominated by Guillaume St. Charles and Nathaniel Cole. This is number 36. Absolutely one of my favourite artists and one of my favourite records. This is just sensational. Absolutely sensational. Devon Townsend is not afraid to play with genres and to sort of practice all different sounds. And you've seen that across his career. One album go from sort of like an old country sound to an extreme death metal sound to a proggy sound to sort of an effervescent sort of poppy sound. To do that from album to album is quite extraordinary, but sometimes he does it from within the album, from song to song. Or on Empath, you actually get it all in the same song. It's the song Genesis is extraordinary how it chops and changes. I can't recommend this record enough. It's really, really good. We then go to number 35, and this again is one I thought might have been slightly higher. It's Chris Squire's Fish Out of Water. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful record. Love this. Listened to this on the channel last year, I think. This was nominated by Shara Do and Not Now, John. Not Now, John. When then? When do we do it? I'm doing it now. So thank you very much for your recommendations, nominations and suggestions. That brings us to Camel, coming in at number 34 with Mirage. This was nominated by Arthur Mole and Berna Souza. I don't really know much Camel. I've listened to a little bit because I needed to get some for my radio show I'm doing, the Snow Goose. But I don't really know anything else about them. So this is Mirage, which has been nominated by, as I say, Arthur Mole and Berna Souza. I don't know it. I need to listen to it. This is a thing that needs to happen. Well, that little section concludes our double nominations. We now move into the section with threes. So everyone here has nominated. Each of these records has been nominated by three different people. 33, the Yes album from Yes. What can I say? You know, it's been a real journey for me discovering this band and listening to the stuff that they've been doing. It's been life changing. I'd say. I say it's a bit extreme, isn't it? Life changing, but it has enlightened me in such a way that I've just got all this amazing, incredible new music in my life, and it's thanks to the channel, thanks to you for your recommendations. And one of the absolutely incredible records that has been part of that was the Yes album. Now this was nominated by Wu Bino. Thank you very much. Illumi Eltanen and Manfred Stock. Excellent record. And also, we have number 32, also from Yes Songs, the live record. So, I have not listened to this yet. This is, I've got it in the collection back here. This is one that's going to be coming up, I should do. This has been nominated by Fritz V, Jeff Kirchens, and Satanic Panic Fun and Games. Oh, that's a fantastic name. Satanic Panic Fun and Games. Woohoo! Yay. So, yeah, you guys have all nominated Yes Songs. We then have number 31, Van der Graaf Generator, the second time for today, with Porn Hearts. This was recommended by, wherever it's gone, Anthony O'Sullivan, Prog drummer 1969, and Nalini Kluth. You all wanted to nominate Prawn Hearts, not Prawn Hearts, Porn Hearts. Jim, my God, Prawn Hearts. That's some weird Chinese food that you really don't want to be eating, isn't it? Right, Van der Graaf Generator, Porn Hearts. Yes. What a twit. All right. 30, Rush. Hemispheres. The Mighty Rush. This has been nominated by Sequential Scott, Mr. Kitewine, and In the Dream, coming in at number 30. Coming at number 29, Script for a Jester's Tale from Marillion. This was nominated by Grendel Spurs, John Morgan, and Troublesome Corsair. Again, thank you very, very much indeed. Script for a Jester's Tear. I've not listened to this one yet, so that's an important one that needs to be sorted out soon. Number 28, Lark's Tongue in Aspect. Lark's Tongue or Lark's Tongues? Not sure. Where is it? Lark's Tongues in Aspic. King Crimson. Troublesome Corsair again. Sal Saltzman and Jens Ramke. You all nominated this record as your favourite prog album of all time. The greatest prog album of all time. Good call, good call. And number 27, IQ, Subterranea. I have never, ever listened to this band. It's come up time and again in the comments, and it's one that I feel I really should do. Arthur Mole, you think so. Alex, you certainly think so. And R. Jongle Neil 25, you all think that this is the greatest prog album of all time. So I don't know it. That's bad, isn't it? I really should. So I ought to get on it, as they say. Number 26, Aryan, The Human Equation. This has been nominated by Jacob M. Van Tuyls. Tool? I don't know how to say it now. I'm sorry. I've messed that up completely, haven't I? Manfred Stock and Easy Skanking. Jacob M. Van Tuyl, I'll say. Hopefully that's right. You've all nominated Aryan's The Human Equation as the greatest prog album of all time. I've listened to little bits and bobs because I think I've done some individual songs as videos for the channel, but not the whole album. I do really need to remedy that. What I have heard of Arian is absolutely superb, and it needs more exploration from me on the channel. We get to number 25. This is Jethro Tull. Wherever it is, A Passion Play. This has been nominated by William Baldridge, AK, Bill Knoll, and Jupiter Legrand. Yeah, I've not listened to this one yet. I've got this one ready to go, along with everything else at some point when I can fit it in. But yeah, it's I've not heard this record yet, so that's going to be quite an exciting one to do, because I think Jethro Tull has been quite an important band to me in my journey of discovery, I should say. Oh yes, number 24. This has come up quite high on the list. This is Opeth, Blackwater Park. I thought it might have come slightly higher as well. Again, it's a Marmite band. You love them or you hate them. It's been nominated by IDFK, the Anunnaki, Meow Meow, and Stuart Keane. I think this is an absolutely sensational record. Again, I've come to embrace and love the vocal style on here, and it works so well. It really does. If it works for you, I mean, it's I can't tell you what to like or not to like, but it is certainly worth exploring. It is absolutely brutally beautiful. I don't know how else to describe it. It is brutal in places, but exquisitely beautiful as well. And it's just a sensational record. Absolutely sensational. At number 23, we're back to Rush with 2112. I kind of figured this would be much higher up, but it's not. Bill Knoll, you wanted this to be your nominating for this. Meow Meow again. Darth Ailris, Rubaida Allen. You all thought this was potentially the greatest prog album of all time. I kind of agree. It's right up there, isn't it? It is absolutely fantastic. This is a band that I have known forever, and I didn't even know it was prog. I didn't know it was prog. I just knew this is prog's a funny label, isn't it? But I just knew this is amazing, incredible music when I was like 13, 14 years old, when I was first getting into music for me. I was listening to my Iron Maiden. I was listening to I don't know what else at the time, Saxon and Def Leppard and early Metallica and stuff. And one of the bands we were listening to at school as kids was Rush. It was just another band in the mix, and I've listened to them all my life. I know them. 2112 is one of my favourite records ever. But yeah, it's coming at number 23 on the list. 22 on the list. Second time today for Stephen Wilson. This is low down as well. I thought this might have been higher. The record Hand Cannot Erase, coming in at number 22. Stephen Wilson. This was nominated by Jack Valentino, Sabulban, Tony Voigt, and Jacob M. Van Tuyl. I think I got your name right this time. It's sublime. It's perfect in every way. It's superb. It's amazing. Incredible. Should be right up there in the top. But you know what? We are now getting towards the pinnacle of the whole musical world. We're getting to the sort of top 20 very soon. But before we do, we get to number 21. The Mars Volta, Francis the Mute. Francis the Mute, recommended by In the Dream, Mr. Kitewine, Blamhoff, Soundchaser 83. Just incredible, chaotic, amazing, awesome wall of sound, noise, and in the best possible way. It's bonkers and crazy and intelligent and brilliant and chaotic and organised and everything all at once. It's just a most sensationally brilliant record. And if you've never listened to it, do. But strap yourself in first, because it's quite a ride. We're getting into the meat of it now. Oh, yes, we are. Top 20. Top 20. So, number 20. Any ideas? Animals by Pink Floyd. This has been nominated by Bill Knoll, Troublesome Corsair, R. Jean-Guenil, 25, Tom Versal, and Robert. This is again. I mean, at this stage, I'm splitting hairs trying to decide what's better than anything else. These are all absolute masterpiece records. They really are. Just sensational records. Animals is one of my all-time favorite. I mean, I keep saying this. This is one of my all-time favorite. It is. This is all music that I've loved all my life and and is part of me. Animals is Sheep. You know, Sheep is one of my favorite tracks off this record. Dogs, the whole thing. I mean, it's just what can you say? What can you say? We also have coming in at number 19. The Wall, Pink Floyd. This has been nominated by Spleeb? Yes, there we go. Our Family in Motion, Clasemira. Clasemira. Mohammed Farouk and Colin Olafson. You have all nominated The Wall. I think The Wall is probably the first Floyd album I knew. I knew the film as well, really, really well. I used to, when I was, again, 14, 15 years old, this is like music of my childhood. This is incredible stuff. And, I cannot argue with this. This is absolutely top tier, brilliant music. I know people argue that Pink Floyd's not prog, but I don't know. Why not? What is the definition of prog? That's a whole different video, isn't it? That's something else to get into. But maybe not today. Today is all about this list. We get now to number 18. It's getting exciting, isn't it? Number 18 is Going for the One by Yes. This has got one of my, maybe is my favourite track of all time on it, even though I've only listened to it a few times. It's Awaken, you know. This has been nominated by Jacob's Prog World, Don Net, Bauer Time, Illumi El Tanin, John, and Mr. Wondrous. Well, thank you very, very much indeed for the nominations. This record is just sensational, and it absolutely should be in this list. Should be even higher, but you know we're splitting hairs now. We really are. It's getting towards that point where we can't sort of say, well, this record's better than this record's better than. Well, it's just opinion now. It really is. Number 17, Dream Theater's Metropolis Part 2, Scenes from a Memory. This is an important record. I really like this record, and again, it certainly deserves to be on this list. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's got Mike Portnoy at his absolute pinnacle of his powers, as it were. Although his powers continue to climb, so maybe not. But he is just the most incredible drummer, and the rest of the band is incredible as well. The songwriting on here, the musicianship, the theme, the whole thing is just awesome. This has been nominated by Heavy Dog 70, Prog Network, Jose Renata Oliveira, IDFK, Jack Valentino, and Andy Fox. So we get number 17, Dream Theater. Number 16, Porcupine Tree, Fear of a Blank Planet. I wondered whether this might be even higher, but I don't. For me, this is great. This is great great music. It's, I think the Porcupine Tree is just one of these incredible bands which are so under the radar. Like, you ask the the average person in the street, have they heard of Yes? Have they heard of Genesis? Have they heard of Pink Floyd? Of course they have. Have they heard of Porcupine Tree? No. And they came 25 or 30 years too late, didn't they? But it's amazing music, and I'm going to see them in November. I cannot wait. So, Fear of a Blank Planet was nominated by Tony Voigt, Scott Anthony, Brand Bird, Tim Ballard, Sequential Scott, and Meow Meow. Awesome. We then have number 15, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Brain Salad Surgery. And this has been nominated by Kaya Ramadan, Jupiter Legrand, Aloha Jama, Bob Smith, Factinator 33, and Dave A. I've not listened to this one yet. This is another one for my list to go. But I have listened to number 14, which is also Emerson, Lake and Palmer, with Tarkus. Now, I really like Tarkus. I know it's split opinions that side 1 and side 2 are completely different records. I don't mind. I like side 2. I really do. In fact, I would have put this record even higher, but it's come in where it has. This is nominated by Tronci, Jose Renata Oliveira, Carlos Machuca Bustamante. I'm sorry about this. I'm not doing very well now. Bill Knoll. That's how good I can say that. Jackson Braun and Mr. Wondrous. Thank you, guys and girls. Thank you. This is just an incredible record. It was all I can say. It's getting boring. I'm using the same superlatives all the time. But what can you do? What can you do when you're reaching this absolute pinnacle of incredible, amazing music? Number 13. What could it be? What could it be? What do you think? I can tell you, it's King Crimson with Red. So I don't know this record. I don't actually have this record, so I can't comment on it at all. But this has been nominated by David from Knoxville, Patrick Peters, IDFK, Joan, Graham Exton, and Brand Bird. It's got a lot of nominations. It's got a lot of commentary about it. I've seen it's come up in the comments of my videos before. So yeah, I need to listen to it. It won't be on the channel. It can't happen, I'm afraid. You know that. I know that. We just have to accept it that King Crimson will not feature on the channel other than just having a conversation about it. So that's all I can do, I'm afraid. But, you know, what can you do? 12. Oh, God, we're getting close, aren't we? I know what the top 10 is, and you don't, but you will soon. Right, number 12. Yes. Scott, I'm sorry. Tales from Topographic Oceans coming in at number 12. This was a lot of people's favourite record. A lot of people dislike it. It is one of the biggest splitters of the Yes fan base I think there is. For me, it was a hard listen during the middle part initially, but it's one you have to work at. You keep going at it, keep going back at it, keep going, and all of a sudden it reveals its majesty and beauty and gloriousness to him. It is wonderful. So that brings us on to number 11. What is it? It's Yes. What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? It's Fragile. So it is just, again, sublime brilliant, amazing, incredible. It is just astonishingly good music. It blows me away when I listen to this, that this is music made by people. It really is. I mean, I can say that about all this early. Yes, it's just sensational stuff. But this was nominated by Christian Casabir, Philip Miller, Dig Burder, Shanoa, Brian Fisher, Tanis, and Tommy. What a list so far. We now move on to the top 10. Can you believe it? We're getting there. We're getting to the top 10 of all time. The greatest prog albums ever. Wow. Wow. Here we go. Are you ready for this? Number 10. What is it? What is it? Go on, Jim. Put us out of our misery. It's Misplaced Childhood from Marillion, coming in at number 10. This is a fantastic, amazing, amazing record. I've listened to this. I've listened to this a fair bit, and it's just a record that, on repeated listens, reveals more and gives more, and it just it's such good songwriting. This is. I love Fish on here. I think his singing is incredible. I think the songwriting is good. The lyrics are amazing. This is Marillion starting to sort of believe in themselves and just being great. Before it all changed, obviously, a bit later on. But yeah. So number 10, Marillion, Misplaced Childhood. This is nominated by Gunarian 0807, Steve Alvanos, Our Family in Motion, Sequential Scott, Manfred Stock, Mr. Kitewine, Arthur Mole, and Jose Renato Oliveira. Guys and girls, thank you very, very much for that. Number 9. What could it be? What is number 9? It's Jethro Tull with Thick as a Brick. It is, right. This is not one that I've listened to yet. This is one that's going to be coming up soon. Obviously, I've listened to loads of Tull on the channel, but not this one. Troublesome Corsair, you think this is your greatest album of all time. Grendel Spurs, Carlos Machuca, Bustamante, Paul Mullins, William Baldbridge, Dylan Brown, Murdoch Moriarty, David Cohen, John Saccone, Dav Devil, and Richard M. This is potentially one of the great albums, isn't it? It needs to be done, Jim. It needs to be done. It will be done. It will. We move to number 8. Number 8. Oh, we're getting close now. The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Genesis. I have a fresh copy of this after my last one smashed into 1,000 pieces and I dropped it. So I've got that. I was ready to do a video for it a couple of months ago. That will be coming up soon with a little bit of luck. So watch out for that. This has been nominated by Christian Casabir, George Penris, Palantir 135, Peterson, Mike Marsh, Dylan Brown, Illumi Eltanin, David McCutcheon, Andrew Cousins, James Yes, Robert Wells, and Cujo. Ooh, the excitement is palpable, isn't it? Oh, it is. Genesis, Lamb Lays Down on Broadway. What could be number 7? What could it be? Yes, Genesis again. It's Genesis Foxtrot. This has been nominated by Graham Doherty, Matt Webb, Roger Henney, Richard M, Dr. Wu Gong, Prog Per Lungman, Tanis, Matt P.F., Bill Knoll, Carlos Macucha, Bustamante, Robert Mitchell, Run Scoot, and Mikkel Mart. Wow, we are getting there now. We're really getting there. I haven't heard this record yet. This is another one which is going to be coming up soon, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So we move from number 7 to number 6. What could it be? What could it be? I bet you can't guess. Can you guess? Can you? Oh, I bet you can't. Right, number 6 is Tool. Lateralis. This is had a lot of nominations. It has not as many as some of the others, but it's got there. It's number 6 on the list of the greatest prog albums of all time. It's been nominated by In the Dream, Mr. Kitewine, Peter Pan, Ingo Bordwick, Mugwump, Klasimira, IDFK, Manfred Stock, SB, Jack Valentino, Richard M, Rubaida Allen, and James Cooper. Thank you all so much. What can be said about Lateralis? It's clever, it's insightful, it's brilliant, it's majestic, it's musical, it's challenging, it's just incredible. Just listen to it. Just listen to it. Just listen to it. That's all I can say. Okay. So, we're here. Where's here? We're here. We are now at the top 5. The top 5 greatest prog albums of all time. Number 5. In the Court of the Crimson King by King Crimson. This has been voted for by a lot of people. It certainly has. Let's find it on my list here. Troublesome Corsair, Carlos Machucu Bustamante, Brad Tarr, Ian LaBelle, Mugwump, Max Langevelt, Zeet Ghoul, Pale Ale Bale, Dav Devil, Mr. Wondrous, Gurgley's Technical Models, David Cohen, Rowan Helliwell, and Graham Doherty. It is potentially the greatest prog album of all time, as are all of these. But this has come in at number 5, according to the voting that has been going on. It's a great record. It's a great record. It cannot be denied. It cannot be denied. So, number 4. Oh, number 4. Are you ready for this? We're getting close. It's Relayer from Yes. Again, what can I say about this? Just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. This has been nominated by, are you ready for this? Eccentric Aunt Wanda 1, Klong Yao 7, Ed Flavor, Ken L, Canadian Stud Muffin, Chris Blower, Dylan Brown, Kieran Dunn, Dave Devil, Alex, Alistair Robertson, Joao Brago, Joan, Mackie Mintle, and Gaza. So yeah, lots of votes for that. Lots of votes. But now we're into the top 3. Three left to go. What is going to be number 3? What could it possibly be? What do we think? Ooh, excitement. Ooh. It is number 3. Dark Side of the Moon. The absolute seminal classic. Pink Floyd. There's everything on here. Everything about this is classic. It is a classic for a reason, isn't it? It is the seminal Pink Floyd record, the seminal rock record almost, isn't it? It's just it is perfect in every single way. I adore it. I love it. And so do a lot of other people. We have Nokian Lifter, Brad Tarr, Kevin Green, Frank B, Colin Olivson, Andrew Cousins, David Wugong, Twin Ravens, Piper at the Gates 2112. Yeah, you're capturing everything there in your title, aren't you? Eric Anderson 888, Illumi El Tanin, Paul F, Robert Mitchell, Carlos Machuca Bustamante, Jose Renato Oliveira. Sorry, I'll say that again. Jose Renato Oliveira, and Brand Bird, which means we're down to the last two. The last two records. What hasn't been listed yet? What can you think of that should be on this list that you haven't heard yet? Could it be one of these records? Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? Coming in at number 2 is Selling England by the Pound from Genesis. What an amazing record this is. This has been on the channel. It was just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I cannot rate it highly enough. I do know I made a slight error with the sound on that particular video, which is a bit of a shame. But I have since listened to it properly, and it sounds a lot better than it did then. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this record. This is number 2, as voted for by a bloody lot of people. It's let's find it on the list here. Right, you ready for this? Tanis, Jay Burr, Troublesome Corsair, Grendel Spurs, Carlos Macucha Bustamante, Ian LaBelle, Martin Mead, Jose Renato Oliveira, John Morgan, Jackson Braun, Our Family in Motion, Daniel Glosser, Flavio Rangel, Graham Doherty, Ron Owerhand, Roger Henney, Jack Valentino, David Cohen, Steve Dotwood, Jeffrey Scott, Mr. Wondrous, Alex, Ian Hillen, Kaya Ramadan, Sabercast Podcast, Dav Devil, Rosanna Smith. So, are we close? Are we close enough? Should we get a bit closer? Should we? Closer. Number 1. You knew it. I knew it. It couldn't be anything else, could it? It's, yes, close to the edge. This record is perfect in every way. It is just sensational. A lot of people agreed. A hell of a lot of people agreed. Do you know how many votes this got? 86 votes for this particular record. The next nearest, which was the Genesis one, was 27. So that kind of tells you something, doesn't it? I'm going to go through this list. It's going to take me some time, so go and get yourself a cup of tea and come back in a minute or two. I'll be finished. We'll start off. Gary Daniel, Bob Smith, Don Nett, Troublesome Corsair, Joseph Pruce, Doc Sketchy, Nearing K, Carlos Machuca Bustamante, Brad Tarr, Ian Mitnick, Ian LaBelle, Dave from Knoxville, Melatonin 54, Ambient Fish 1, Les Impros du Lizard, Martin Mead, Motor 73, Cornell Rosiu, David Stafford, Cujo, Jose Renato Oliveira, Jackson Braun, Our Family in Motion, Flavio Rangel, Glenn Barth, Simon 89, Graham Doherty, Paul Valletta, Jupiter Legrand, Huntsman 1010, Derek Semence, Dylan Brown, Roger Henney, Kaya Ramadan, Joey Chicago, David G, Murdoch Moriarty, Sabercast Podcast, Patrick Nicolucci, Jeff Kirchens, Lightmane, JJ8KK, Persistent Ego, Berna Souza, Yes George Eyes M, Unbang Gardner 66, Brando Calrissian, not Lando Calrissian, it's Brando Calrissian, Clay Walnum, Gaza, Jeff, there you go, Jeff, you're in there, Jeff Scheiker, Dr. Wugong, Dex82, Ian Hillen, Tom Versal, Easy Skanking, Tony Etchells, Trin Wavens, Eric Anderson 888, Iona Kaya, David Cohen, Lazy Dada, Onto Distro, Tanis, Jerry Barber, Warren Butson, Ron Earson Prog, Trev Rock 1, Bazai, Rand Anthony Kelly, Jeffrey, Susan Gonsalves, Robert Jones, Zeisman 7, Alistair McDonald, Kevin Jekyll, Philip Mason, Jeffrey Scott, Nick Koenig, Ed Flavor, Hot Rats, Patrick Peters, Rosanna Smith, Sal Saltzman, Real Bizarre 56, Bazai, and Rand Anthony Kelly. We did it! Yay! Yay, yay, yay! Number 1, Close to the Edge by Yes. Oh, thank God. We've got there. Right. I suppose we ought to listen to it. I'll do that on another video. But I cannot thank you enough for your interaction, your involvement, your suggestions, your general bloody brilliance. You're all awesome and amazing, and thank you so much for making this a success and for contributing in your hundreds as you have done. This has been superb. What fun this has been. I'm certainly going to do this again. It's just fun, and we all learn something along the way. So I think there's lots in this list that some of us, probably all of us, won't have heard everything on this list. So there's stuff to go out there if you wanna. Thank you all so much. I really hope you've enjoyed this. It's been amazing. I've learnt loads. I'm going to learn loads. I've got a lot to listen to, but now I think we've got some yes to listen to. So I'll see you guys on the next video, and it's yes. And until then, this is Jim over and out.